Good evening, everyone, and I'm happy to see you again after 3 weeks. And we will continue the season 2 with Did You Know Together. And today I will be talking about anorexia. Anorexia is a loss of appetite, and there is a form of mental anorexia which is related to an excessive way of food restriction and the fear of gaining weight. However, the person is not even in a normal weight, the person will be in underweight. And with this food restriction, these people do as well in an excessive way sports, an excessive way of food restriction. And they look at their body in a very distortion way. This is like they're not satisfied with their body, even though they are very, very, very thin. And if you go into PubMed and you look about the link between psychosomatic and anorexia, you will find a lot of publications, which I can give you a small summary of different points. The link between psychosomatic and anorexia will be, first of all, a conflict, identity conflict. So the emotions, either they are overwhelmed with emotions, we don't know who we are, don't we have an identity conflict, so the people will stop to eat. The second point will be is that they have the family issues with the family. What happens? Either the parents, for example, are overprotective, or they are devaluating the person. It means you are not worth, you are not beautiful, you are not good enough. So by devaluating the kid, so they, in this regard, they can as well say, okay, I'm not that good enough, I don't want to have food, I don't want to eat, I have food restrictions, then I lose weight. And then they are in a underweight position. There is as well how we have our relationship with the food, the body and the food relationship. So these people think that by food restriction means that I am detoxifying, I am purifying my body, and then I'm purifying my desires and my emotions. Yes, we can do a detox, but there is a way to do a detox, and not by, like, let's say in a mental distortion, by really looking at our body in a very distorted or disgusting or conflicting way. And this what happens into this food restrictions in when the person has mental anorexia. What happens as well, and especially in puberty, so especially with the ladies, they look at themselves that they are not beautiful enough, and then they need to lose weight. Even though they are in a normal weight, they think that I need to lose weight. But what happens is that they lose the libido, they lose their sexuality, and they are rejecting the femininity, they are rejecting the fact that they are a woman. And behind all this, there is a hidden emotion that says, SOS, help me. But this is a non-verbal way to say, I need help, I need attention. So let's see what happens on a hormone level. Let's talk only about the ghrelin and the insulin. As you know that the ghrelin is the hormone of hunger, and normally in the hormone of hunger, in this way you will see in this scheme, it will be elevated. But if it's be elevated normally, they should be then wanting to eat. But in their case, it's elevated, but they have a resistance to the ghrelin hormone. So even if they're feeling hunger, they are resisting and they don't eat. So what happens then? The insulin, it goes very low. We are hypoglycemic. We are lacking glucose in our blood. And then there is a Russian mountain in our hormones between the ghrelin and the insulin. And here is the main inner conflict between our hormones, our psychology, and our relationship with food. So as you remember last time, I was talking about bulimia, and now I talk about the anorexia. So these two extreme is linking us. How are we handling our relationship with food? Are we eating our emotions, or really we are rejecting our emotions, and we want to remain into control, and we want to manage this control by controlling our weight and controlling the fact that we don't want to become overweight. So we are doing the reverse system, is that we are being underweight and then rejecting the food. And in both cases, we have inner conflict. In both cases, we need to look inside us. What happens with our relation with food? What happens, as we say in French, it's like it's a doudou, or it's a kind of rejection because I hate it, I'm devaluated, or I already have too much of food from my parents because they are overprotected, and this is really too much for me, so I am rejecting it by also rejecting the food. So I hope you did like this episode with me, and if you have any questions, please feel free to write me an email, an SMS, or even to comment the video in the text in the comment box. I wish you all a very nice evening or a very nice day wherever you are, and I wish you as well a very nice weekend. We see each other in 2 weeks, and stay tuned for many new updates. Bye everyone.